That's its tail. Fang Yi clenched a fist and slammed it into the mutated rabbit, punching so hard it literally tore a hole through its body. The sun's might is so intense that the rabbit chooses self-destruct rather than confront the majestic yang energy. A loud rumble echoes, leading one of the residents to think it's thunder, but when he peers out the window, there's nothing. Meanwhile, the main lead imagines the creature looking as if it's starving to death, desperate to devour the energy inside his body. When the destruction ends, all that remains is a rabbit's eyeball. Fang Yi sees it and crushes it beneath his foot. He believes the beast was fueled by darkness, yet it still roared on wildly, even though Yang countered and suppressed that power, just proof of how starved it was. The protagonist notices the mutation is already in motion, and as a regular human, he would have seen the beast devour everyone in the building. To fend off these attacks, he knows he must gather more spirit energy techniques. Meanwhile, the cloaked girl finally arrives, only to discover the beast already dead, its corpse shredded into pieces. She starts gathering the last of the dark elemental energy. As she absorbs it, a fierce heat radiates through her. The last time she felt that surge of high-level yang energy was at Qingcheng University's northern gate. She knows it can't be a coincidence. Afterward, she reports to headquarters that the rabbit is dead, but she makes it clear that she was the one who killed it and that a new pioneer, a person with a high level of affinity, has appeared. The man at headquarters can't believe that the same person who killed the mutated rabbit also purged the polluted zone at Qingcheng University's northern gate. Even more surprising is that, though he's only at the first stage of the ghost axe, his element is exceptionally pure. After checking the archives, it turns out the one who killed the rabbit isn't working with them. They have to contact him immediately, and the girl agrees. She is ordered to put her remaining missions on hold and track him down, and she must also convince him to join the Spirit Energy Association. She pulls out another lollipop and nods, yet she craves a cup of tea, wondering who this mysterious person could be. She realizes this person must be a true expert, and now it's her mission to meet him no matter what. Wow, our hero wakes up with his entire day already mapped out, while he's getting dressed. He discovers that waking up early enhances his cultivation, and so he begins to put it into practice. He felt the golden sun breathing technique pour through him, and imagined stepping into the realm of Ghost Axe, where the aura of the technique swirled around him like threads circling divine deeds. As it manifested, another breakthrough struck him. A new axe appeared, lighter than the one he'd held yesterday. He knows that cultivation is all about persistence, and everything lines up accordingly. He grips the axe tightly and slashes it down with great force, opening the ghostly realm to begin. His eyes flare, and he feels his body hardening. Though his progress is rapid, he hasn't yet tapped the residual energy from breaking through to 1 star. He resolves to level up steadily from now on. The only issue is that everything is too flashy. He needs to find a quiet spot where he can keep the silence. On the side, a shipment of freshly arrived goods waits at his doorstep. In the association office, they spot a solar energy fluctuation. Once more, it's our guy. In the forest, the hero channels his points to imbue his new sword with yang attributes. He had once tried to use a figurine as a weapon. The coating worked, but the prop couldn't withstand the yang power. This time it's different, as he feels it in the blade. His body echoes it, and they both resonate at the same frequency. The panel shows the coating was successful, and he decides to test the power of his new weapon. When he slashed the sword, an incredible surge of energy burst forth, enough to ignite a wildfire. With the bright flare, he realized he'd been noticed, so he ran away. Meanwhile, the cloaked girl curses herself as she sprints toward the smoke our boy's actions created. She'd only been gone a few minutes and missed the whole thing. Suddenly, she spots a hot spring and wonders what the Buddha even did. She doesn't know how to restore it and is sure she'll be scolded harshly by the cleanup crew, resenting that nothing has come of the mysterious man's appearance. Her gaze lands on a rock etched with a cross, and she can't believe it. The MC has already reached a 2-star level. She also senses a powerful blend of energy in a spirit weapon. Spirit weapons are weapons imbued with special attributes that transform ordinary arms into extraordinary power, yet they remain exceedingly rare. The association only has 2 of them. She wonders how he could have one all to himself. Sipping her milk tea, she tells herself it might have been a mistake on her part and decides to. Meanwhile, our boy wonders whether his weapon is limited to the yang attribute. The system confirmed that he can code a wide range of techniques, which sets the stage for his second. He asks, can he also implant other attributes into this weapon? Then, Feng Yi checks his phone. He watches as all the pioneers chat with one another, each talking about their time in the Ghost Axe realm. Which surprises him, as even the military recruits are restricted to the Ghost Axe realm. Then he receives another alert about a new pollution zone and asks where it is. The dark river Molten Dragon, formed by shifting tectonic plates, now burns as its waters have turned into molten lava, rendering the surroundings blisteringly hot. The opportunity could be advantageous to him, so he's excited to visit that place. In Binmu district, people are waiting to enter. One of them thanked a girl named Shaya for the guide she made, which helped them reach the spot. Still, she's disappointed. There are no standout pioneers to find, and she had hoped for something extraordinary. She works for the Ministry of Culture, serving in the Spiritual Energy Cultivation Association. Most pioneers don't even realize that the Spiritual Energy Cultivation Association is a government agency, and earning full membership is no small feat. It took Shaya ages to get through it. She fears that if she can't find anything, she'll be forced to work overtime again, but suddenly our boy appears. As soon as she sees him, she's astonished by his 2-star strength at such a young age. He radiates a relaxed, welcoming vibe, free from any oppressive pressure. Anyhow, they start moving inside. The boy leads the way while she takes care of the light. They're taken aback to find it isn't as hot as they'd imagined. Meanwhile, Fang thinks that though he was the last one to arrive, he's already been accepted, and wonders whether it's genuine friendliness or just a way to secure reliable teammates. Trust issues are natural in these chaotic times. After a short walk, they reach the lava. Fang sees it and dashes to leap in, while his teammates scramble to stop him. Still, he plunges into the molten pit, his system detecting a world anomaly and kicking into ultimate computing power. The panel reveals the inner flame. It boasts a scorching internal temperature and explosive qualities, capable of causing massive devastation. Moreover, the Scarlet Flame Sword technique must be employed with a drawn blade to reach its full power, and each slash releases blazing fire accompanied by lightning. Moreover, when the sword ignites with flame and is ready to fight, it releases an incredible amount of energy. Our boy grips the sword, happy that it complements his tangdo. He instructs his system to use his writing points and install the internal. He channels the flame attribute into the tangdo, and a surge of energy envelops him as his teammates. I'm astonished he's fine after literally leaping into lava, and his weapon still absorbing. The teammates notice the lava's power and discuss it among themselves. Thinking it was likely just a minor cultivation mishap that happened to him, they decide. The spiritual energy has steadied thanks to our boy, so they can now cultivate with confidence. They cheer at how smoothly they can absorb it. Meanwhile, Shaya smiles nervously and tells them she's only there to collect data, gladly keeping an eye on the surroundings while they work. She later notices a few other pioneers arriving, people who look like they could stir trouble. These newcomers are overtly hostile, even threatening to eject them by force. Realizing they're far stronger than her own group, she decides not to provoke them, knowing she can't win a fight against them. Instead, she tries to negotiate, explaining that the first group had already been there, drawing on the spirit of the place, and suggests they share the space and grow together. The man with the eye patch shouts that they're not on the same rank and must get out. Shea knows that during the barbaric growth period, weak pioneers rarely survive, yet her country refuses to let that happen. Determined as a member of the association, she decides to take action. Meanwhile, the protagonist strides toward the eye-patched man, wielding a blazing fire sword. He swirls it around once, then drives it into the ground with a mighty thrust. The villains recoil in terror, shouting as they flee. Suddenly, the earth quakes, and even the MC's teammates stare in disbelief. Fang, realizing that bargaining with these monsters will never work, pulls out his sword, points it menacingly at the intruders, and threatens to make them leave. The villain shivers at the MC's fierce aura, and along with his companions, bolts. The MC and his team are left alone, cheering for him as he blushingly replies. He suggests that they depart once everyone has finished their cultivation. Together, they walk out. Shea can't help but think that if that strike had landed, there would be unidentifiable corpses here, a testament to his remarkable talent. Now she's ready to report it to the organization. She phones the organization, and they tell her to keep an eye on his progress, thinking it's probably a different guy. When the call ends, the organization's head dismisses it as bad news. Those with high attributes are of noble status and will soon become the center of power. The future, which could be fraught for them, makes resigning appear to be a sensible choice. In contrast, our boy walks through town, and the locals assume that he is. He's cosplaying, but it's really a ruse to keep him hidden from view. He keeps checking his phone. He realizes everyone has taken notice of him. He blames himself for being careless, given those powers. He easily attracts attention, and he was unaware of it. He hopes it isn't Shea and Lealihu. He uncovered his traits, realizing he had absorbed a great deal of yang-based spiritual energy. He thinks another breakthrough could come if he gives the Golden Sun breathing technique a try. Once again, he decides to head back up the mountain. A few minutes later, Susing Ying is working while the MC is in the mountains. Suddenly, she spots a blazing. She gasps, her jaw wide open, wondering who will soon break into the ghost Axe 3-star rank. Causing such a commotion, she decides to rush over and check quickly. She suspects it may be that same guy, and if it is, she must catch him, up in the mountains. The protagonist is focusing his energy when suddenly another axe appears before him, Susing Ying. He reaches the mountains and realizes he is trying too.